Lessons in the Courtyard. The morning sun poured warmly over the castle's training yard. Dust swirled in golden shafts of light as two brothers stood at opposite ends of the ring. Vincentius, tall and composed in his knight-in-training armor, adjusted his stance with the ease of someone who had trained for years. Across from him stood Matthias, smaller, younger, but determined, wooden sword gripped tight in both hands. "You hold it too high," Vincentius said coldly. Again, Matthias charged forward, but in a swift blur of motion his brother blocked, turned, and sent him sprawling into the dust. "You are not trying hard enough," Vincentius muttered, brushing imaginary dirt from his sleeve. Matthias clenched his teeth, got back up, and tried again. And again. Each time he was met with the same result and the same cold stare from his older brother. Finally, as he lay in the dirt, his hands trembling and eyes stinging, a voice called out from the edge of the yard. "That is enough." Carly, dressed in her simple brown dress and apron, rushed over, dropping to her knees beside the boy. Vincentius frowned. He needs to toughen up. War does not slow down for tears. But Carly didn't respond. She gently brushed the hair from Matthias's face and wiped his cheek with the edge of her sleeve. "You do not need to prove anything by breaking yourself," she whispered. Matthias sniffled, but tried to sit up straighter. "I want to protect people. Like you. When the war comes, I do not want to be weak." Carly looked at him, really looked, and a warm, proud smile broke through her concern. "You are not weak. Wanting to protect someone, that is real strength." She helped him to his feet and walked him down the corridor, her hand gently resting on his shoulder. They reached his chamber door, and for a brief moment it felt like peace had returned. But as she turned to leave, Matthias suddenly darted forward with a mischievous laugh, tugging playfully at the edge of her apron before sprinting down the hallway. Carly gasped in surprise and grabbed her skirt, cheeks red. "Matthias!" At the far end of the hallway, a tall figure emerged from the shadows. Sir Prince stood still as stone, his arms folded, his gaze heavy. He had seen it all. Matthias froze mid-run, his smile vanishing. The Templar sighed and placed a hand over his brow. "It was white, may God forgive me. I did not need to witness that." Then, lowering his hand, he fixed Matthias with a calm, serious look. "And you, young lord," he said softly, "pray your heart learns respect before your sword does." Matthias stared at the ground, cheeks flushed with shame. For the first time, it wasn't fear or frustration, he felt it was regret. Carly caught up, her steps gentle. She knelt beside him and placed a hand on his shoulder. "Not angry, just quiet. I know you want to be strong," she said, "but strength without kindness, that isn't who you are." He nodded, eyes lowered. She gave his shoulder a small squeeze and guided him back toward his room, their footsteps quiet on the stone floor. Behind them, Sir Prince remained in the corridor, calm, steady, and watching with eyes that saw far more than most would ever guess. And somewhere inside the boy's heart, something began to grow. Not just courage, but character.